birthday stream.
Hey.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Let's go. I can hear you as well. How are you doing, mate?
Really good. Thank you for
Awesome.
asking. You?
It's nice to hear. So how do I call you? Do I call you Sindance? Do I call you something else?
Uh, my name is Mantas, but you can call me Sen.
Sin, just Sin.
Yeah,
Okay, what did you say your name was?
Mantas.
Mantas. Okay, where does that come from?
Lithuania.
Okay. Okay. So I go with either, but I feel like I would mispronounce it, so I would go for Sin, most
Yeah.
likely.
Okay.
Okay. So Sin, let's see. So you sent me a bit of a resume. So you told me that you've been playing Trin actually in like 2021, and then you completely.
2020. Sorry,
Yeah.
2021, 2022.
Oh,
Last
okay.
season I had about 40 games,
Hmm.
but I don't have that account anymore because I gave it to my friend.
Okay.
It ended up I peaked at gold, I think, gold 3, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, it didn't feel really fun to play at the start of the season, so I kind of dropped it for a
Okay,
little
I
bit.
get that. And so now you're coming back on the game, and
Yep,
why are you playing Tryndamere and not Yorick mid?
top. It's my comfort pick.
Oh no, but I mean like so you are playing Trynd, then you are playing a bit of Yorick mid. You said
Yep.
last season. So and now you're back to playing Tryndamere, or you're
Yeah,
playing both? Or?
I would like to get back to it.
Okay. So I will not be too harsh on you. Like, of course, if you haven't been playing it that much recently, I will try to give you like good tools to come back at the game with Tryndamere and make it function with the
Mm.
current state of the meta, etc. So let's see. Let me see first. Like, what's your opinion right now? If you've played like at least a few games on Tryndamere, what do you think? Like, in what state do you think Tryndamere is? What's your opinion on the champion right now?
It's really easy to counterpick it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of champions smack it in the late game because you don't scale that good.
Mm-hmm.
Items, you have a little bit of freedom with the build because you can go. It depends on what kind of enemy team is, but you can vary it a little bit by taking armor pen or just going crit, or maybe just speed because sticking on the enemy is really good. Mainly, I don't know about runes at the time because I tend to focus on the same old story with. Just a second, I will check the runes. Yeah, lethal tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if they have a little bit of more of CC, I will take tenacity, but I am forwards alacrity.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, resolve. It also depends. If the top lane will be squishy, I will take demolish. Otherwise, unflinching and second wind, the most comfortable picks. And I don't think a lot about runes when I'm starting the game. That's maybe my bad, but yeah, I lack the thing that most of the time I win in the lane, but overall in the middle of the game or the end of the game, I fell behind, and yeah,
Okay.
that's how I lose the games.
So why do you fall behind? Because you stop farming, you try to go for every fight, you don't know where to go. What makes you fall behind?
At the moment, I have the thought that my teammates are idiots, so I tend to not follow them around, and I tend to stick alone and prioritize pushing lanes and then looking into the timer and going over the uh, objectives like dragon or Nasher or uh, whatever is on the map. But in the team fights, it doesn't matter if your teammates are idiots. Sometimes you have to join the team fights. And in the team fights, it's a little bit maybe I'm too afraid. I don't know the strength of trends. I kind of like to stay a little bit behind, and sometimes I just don't go into the team fight, and I think that's a losing thing.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So of course we're gonna look at that, but also like pretty much everything that I see, like even in the early game, if I see a few things, I would of course talk about them. Okay, I will just start by sharing my screen just for a second. So let's go Chaddouk coaching, share your screen and screen 1. So you should be able to see it right now. Just I mean, just to do a bit of a Tryndamere talk, you know. The way Tryndamere is right now, it's really weak. It's really weak on the paper. It's probably the weakest that it's ever been. Maybe it was a bit weaker at the beginning of season 12 when they changed the items. It had like 42% win rate, something like that. And then they buffed it like twice, something like that. But you had a durability patch coming. You have Triumph nerf. I don't know if you saw that, but Triumph is now nerfed. You have turret shots that are upped. So it means that you cannot anymore like just tank that last turret shot, you know, with your Q and Triumph, and you just tank the last turret shot. It doesn't happen anymore. Now you just die from it. You have tenacity runes nerfed. So what is nerfed is like they are nerfed, and also the stacking effect of it is nerfed. So going double tenacity is not as strong as it used to be. You have, okay, they didn't touch last stand, and I mean that's about it already. Oh, also now you cannot go Navori and IE. You cannot do Navori and Gale Force. You cannot go Gale Force and IE. They're all exclusive items. And all of this like make Tryndamere be in a pretty like shitty spot. Still, at the elo that you're playing, you can make it function and you can win. Like I went on a Smurf recently, and my games until plat, I went like 19-1, and then I just stopped playing. But like you can win them with fundamentals, with good understanding of your champion. Like this is not what's gonna hold you back. But it's gonna be it forced us Tryndamere players to adapt. So maybe you remember at the time when you were playing Tryndamere, there used to be 1 or 2 best builds that you can just go for every game, and that was how Tryndamere was. And the most recent one was like Kraken, Navori IE, or Gale Force Navori IE. Basically, that was like, and then you can throw a Serelda or a PD or something, and that was it. That was the build last time you were playing it. Now, I feel like you have so many situations where you cannot make your champion like function how it's supposed to function, that it kind of opened your options. So now you don't have multiple options because multiple things are good. You have multiple options because everything is bad. So you need to find like the less shitty option for your game, basically. So just now I will show you how it kind of translates. For me or for us, like many Dream players at least. So lethal tempo, when you're going lethal tempo at least. So lethal doesn't move, Triumph doesn't move. Here you can go tenacity or alacrity, but I feel like if you go alacrity here, you have to go unflinching here. You need at least a bit of tenacity on Tryndamere to function, because you're never gonna go mercs, and your champion gets countered so hard by CC. And it's very rare that a whole team of 5 people don't have CC for you. Last stand does never change. And then here in that tree, so if you have alacrity here, you can go tenacity. And then if you feel like you don't have too hard of a lane, you can go for demolish. If the lane is a bit harder, you can go second wind. If the lane is very hard, you can go tenacity here. That way you can go both second wind and revitalize. Basically, that's pretty much it. So that's like in a very hard lane. So you have tenacity here and then sustain here. A bit of an easier lane would be something like this, and a bit of an even easier lane would be this. Yeah, that would be like the easiest. And then this doesn't move, and here I'm only go HP per level when I'm going when I don't know who I'm facing, and it could be like Hammer or Talon, and I don't know who I'm facing, so then I would go just HP per level. So that's the basic rules. So you like have them like almost figured out. Now you kind of need to adapt like regarding what you need. But then there's also another setup that is being used these days. It's not only me, and it's really good, and it's Grass Tryndamere. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever played it?
Yeah, I saw it a couple of times. The NA streamer, I forgot his name, used it a couple of times.
Yeah, either Fogged or Yasuke.
Fogged.
Yeah. Okay, so Grasp, I think, is really good in matchups where you're not gonna use your lethal tempo. For example, Malphite. You can go lethal tempo versus Malphite, but at 3 items, like, even if he has 2 items and you have 4 items, you're not gonna kill him. And lethal tempo is not gonna do shit, for example. So into tanks, into some matchups, I realized that into Jax it could be good actually. Matchups that kinda outscale you, you can go Grasp and end up like Uno reverse card them and outscale them because of it. And whenever you're playing Grasp, you're playing Demolish. Second one, Revitalize because you're gonna abuse the sustain of Tryndamere and you're most likely gonna go D-Shield. You can go Triumph because you're not gonna proc Triumph a lot during the game. But when you proc it, it's gonna be so much HP because it's 5% of your missing health. And then Tenacity because it's always good on Trid. And then you can go HP also, or whatever you need. And this is good, but this is whenever you're gonna play a very split push setup with Hullbreaker, and you don't want to team fight with this, basically. And final thing that I can show you is regarding the builds. So for example, like, okay, you can have very different things. Like, I should have a Gale Force and a Hullbreaker this game. So Gale Force, because everyone was squishy and I was beating that Riven, and I wanted to fight for these guys, and also they were sending Zed on me. So Hullbreaker is good into assassins, because if they send Zed on you, or Talon, or LeBlanc, or Akali, they can make you use your ult so easily, and then they just tempo your ult, and then they finish you off. But if you have like Hullbreaker, it cannot happen. This game, it was more like full split Grasp because I'm against Jax, and I realized that it's good into Jax. This game is Kraken, like classic game like Kraken. I was gonna go Navori at some point because I'm against Aatrox, so Kraken, then anti-healing, and then I don't know what made me like get caught up in those items, but it was really good that game. It's this one. So as I said, like here I'm actually going Stridebreaker because I'm against Yasuo and he's kind of hard to catch, but I can catch him with this. Catch this guy, and I don't feel like I needed, like, I was not gonna actually hit the set and the Poppy. I was gonna hit these guys or face these guys on side lane, and Syndra and Yasuo can get countered by Stridebreaker, so I can stick on them. So you kind of like, you have a lot more adaptability here, going full split push, Hullbreaker Triforce against actually Malphite, because I'm not hitting the Malphite, I'm building for turrets. So yeah, just like to kind of show you that you have different options. So you can actually split your playstyle and your build. You can stick to only one of them, it's fine. But maybe if you think your teammates are idiots and you don't want to participate in fights with them, maybe you can go for the full split build and only split, and actually did like a split only series where I went to Masters playing only the split, and it worked. It worked even better than when I was playing the team fights. The best thing, of course, would be like to find the balance, the equilibrium between like all of these. But just to show you that you have different way of playing Trynd. Some people like go Stridebreaker almost every game. Some people go Kraken Navori almost every game. Some people go Hullbreaker almost every game. As soon as you play according to what you're building, that's what's gonna matter the most. So of course I don't want to lose you too much with this, but just saying that if you're getting back to Tryndamere in that season, you can have an open mind. You can look for different builds, either adapt to your team and what's happening, or just stick to one, but then you will have to play according to it. So if you're playing with Navori, you want to like split to just bring someone on side lane, and then most likely you're not going to be able to dive him because of durability patch and how nerfed Trynd is. Then you bring him on side and you out rotate, and then you create a 5v4, and your team could be stupid. You're 5 monkeys versus 4 humans. Monkeys can win, you know. Because guess what? If your team is stupid, like everyone is stupid. Like we're so bad at the game, all of us. So let's try to be like as like the less bad possible, you know. So yeah, that was a bit of an intro for someone who's getting back on Trynd in that current season. It's not the best season for Trynd, but less is more, you know. Like the fact that no one is playing Trynd makes it so your opponents are not used to playing versus Trynd. So and also whenever they're gonna up him again, it's gonna be really strong.
What about Hydra? I see that you most often buy it in your builds. Is it just for split pushing or vamp?
So Hydra, I mean, it's not most often. It's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 20 games. And oh yeah, and this was a practice tool. So 5 out of 19. It's kind of like, okay, why did I go Hydra? So here I went Hydra first into Yasuo because of the Tiamat and the cleave effect. I think is really good to break his shield, and also because Nazio has 0 sustain, and I can just beat him by short trading, and then I just sustain back up. So here it was for sustain. Let's see this game. Here I'm into Shen, so I don't think I built Hydra first. Actually, I think I most likely built Hullbreaker first. But the thing is, once you have Hullbreaker and Triforce, you have a very like slow D-push or push potential. Like you don't push the wave very fast. For that reason, I think I want Hydra to be able to like clear the waves, and maybe they, yeah, look at that, we're 22-46, so I'm guessing they had taken inhibs pretty early in the game, and it was to be able to defend those inhibs pushing. Yeah, probably that was the reason. So sometimes I do it first into matchups like Teemo, Kennen, maybe even Vayne, something like that. Something that can just like bring me under turrets. I cannot contest the push, and then I have to clear the waves under turrets, and also they poke me. Well, that way I both get the healing and the like. It's the best when you can use the both effects. It gives you push potential and healing. I also like to go Hydra whenever I'm playing what I call the Mosquito gameplay, which is like you completely refuse to play your lane, kind of like the boss, what he does sometimes. He's losing the lane, so he completely refuses to play it, and then you just go for proxy, and then in between waves you can just go for camps, etc. And Hydra is the best item to do that, because you instant one-shot waves, and then you don't lose HP on camps. So yeah, there has to be different reasons in different games for me to do it. But the best is when you use both effects. This is the best, when you both need the healing and the D-push from it.
Great.
Okay, so that was a bit of an intro. Now, for your game, probably just go for whatever you're the most comfortable with in terms of items. And of course, like in those games, like fundamentals are gonna matter way more. The way you play regarding your early lane, the way you play your waves, and the way you play the objectives later. That's what we're gonna focus on. But I just wanted to give that bit of an intro to kind of help you get back on the champion.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So you can start sharing your screen and looking for a game, and we will keep doing a bit of talking until we find one. And also this way we can check the quality of the stream. Let's see, can you just move your mouse around? Yeah, it seems to be working really well. Awesome. Okay, I don't know if you've seen any other of my coachings or not.
I have a couple of them.
Okay, so as in every single of my coachings, what we're gonna do is like the 2 exercises. The first one, which is like do the thinking. So whenever everyone would have picked their champ or throughout the champ select, it depends if it procs fast or not. You're just gonna like tell me whatever you can think of regarding the game, any valuable information, and hopefully this you will be able to keep doing it and focus on that outside of the coaching, because I think it's really important for any player to do. And then the other objective would be the jungle tracking. I don't know how religious you are about jungle tracking during your games.
It also depends if the jungler is active enemy jungler, and I can see that he's roaming and actively jumping into the lanes, then I will try my best to track it. But if I see more passive, like if it is easily predictable, then I even will change to different trinket or less wards, less vision, because it's a little bit easier for me to track.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It depends from game to game.
Okay, so that's still tracking. Like just if you kind of like know where he's gonna go, like that's what matters. Okay. I like the effort from Alisar. He's trying. Probably that he said, okay, maybe if I try to be nice in my lobbies, I would have more chances. Having a good team, I tried it in the past. It doesn't work. It's a waste of energy, unfortunately.
Most of the time I ban Malphite. It's like a safe ban. He's really OP at the moment.
Yeah.
He can flip team fights really easily, so that's simple.
Yeah, you can ban whatever. I think so. My fight personally, I stopped banning it because I realized that with grasp, etc., you actually like beat him throughout like all stages of the game. But you're kind of forcing yourself into a particular playstyle, and also it's dependent on your team not losing too much. By playing for the team fights, you can maybe look to 1v9 the game and have a huge impact, but you cannot do that if you're just playing the splits. Okay, by the way, during my game, okay, I really like that, by the way. I really like that. During my games, I would try to see like the points that if you focus on, you have the most results, short to mid term. So kind of your quote unquote weaknesses. So what do you think those would be for you? Do you have any idea?
At the moment, I'm thinking about that I'm going to face Darius. It has really good poke. I cannot trade with him for a long time. I would need to have more health, so I think I will go like this. They have also Vigor.
Awesome.
So to stay a little bit longer in the lane, I think those runes are better for me right now.
I will give you just a little trick into Darius. If in the trades he doesn't get more than 3 stacks, you're winning them. You're gonna out sustain. And if you like, even if it's just a small amount of damage that you deal, you're gonna win the trades. The only issue is that sometimes if he has E, you cannot really go for autos and E out because he can cancel your E with his E. But that's a good general idea to have against Darius. Okay.
So a couple of things. We don't have AD, we have only Kindred and full AP bot. Now loading. So mainly AD damage is going to be from me and from Kindred. Yes. So Darius is gold 1 at the moment. That's fun, always.
What other information can you give me?
We have quite a lot of CC because we have Swain and Alistar. That's always fun. I will just fix my sounds, or I will. No, I'll need this. Yeah, our Kindred will be should be roaming both jungles. She needs at least 4 stacks, so I would need to pay attention what's happening on the map. If she needs help, I need to help her get stacks. They are invading. So Darius. That's good. That's really good. They didn't use any... actually, yeah. I think Alistair just used his X-Flash. I will not trade with Darius at the moment. I just think I will drop ward here. Just to give free vision. But my team won't use it, so it's for personal aspect. If Fizz is good and... Oh, alright. That just happened.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to wait just for my lane. I will not Oh. Oh, he took full. That's not good. Alright. Last hitting. Not a problem. I have sustain. I should sustain myself back. His cooldown is down, so I'm going to play a little bit safer. He's going to take Q now. So I need to think about that range too.
Nice.
He took not Q, he took W, I think. So my main goal is just to last hit until level 4. Yes. I'll take potion right now.
So what are the junglers doing?
Yeah, at the moment I was focusing on my lane, so the bottom jungle is fully cleared. Master Yi should be coming to the top because Darius pushed, he will not gank me, hopefully. Yeah. So I'm still staying in the lane. I will try to slow push, but
Where are you holding your fury? Do you plan on fighting?
That's a good point.
Okay, so what can you see now?
Yeah, she's going to take the crab, hopefully. I see Master E in the mid. So now I will try to crash. Darius should be in the lane. CC. I wanted to commit fully to it because I thought that EQ would, but my bad, I didn't use W. W reduces his AD, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was writing right now.
In that trade, I didn't think overall about using W. That's my bad. It's possible that I would have won that, but yeah. So Darius is missing. I need to keep focus on jungle if he's invading or not. That's not good too. Again, I will slow push.
Okay.
If it's going to be possible.
Yeah, so you're planning on like slow pushing to try to crush the wave, right?
Yep.
Do you think you will be able to make it?
No, I think Darius is ahead right now in gold and in items.
So,
but still in the wave, it's a little bit safer for me if she would tend to come. But yeah, she will. Of course, putting Mark, I will try to keep wave as possible to myself.
There's also something important going on.
I see that in the mid.
Not okay. It's fine because he flashed in. Yeah, you're getting level 6. You are not aware of that, right?
Yeah. I see. Ah, crap. I'm moving away. I will not challenge Master E. So, vision here. I will lose the plate.
Okay, so you buy boots, come back to the lane. So what is gonna be your plan now for the next few minutes?
I would like to focus on getting Kraken.
Okay.
What's happening here? Okay. Well, I couldn't help with that one. That's I have speed, so right now I think I need to just safely lane, not give more gold to Darius. The wave should be pushing to me, and he will definitely... Nah, he's holding it, so... I don't have some, so I will be trying to play safe.
Press Q.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, you don't want to fight him, so you should be press Q and CD when in those situations.
I have a free ward. I will... experience is important. I would not like to crash it, but yeah, he's going to go there. I can keep my wave here and kinda... Yeah, not worth it. I will try to keep my... I will ward here because I saw... I walked in too close.
Do you know where Master E is right now?
No, didn't notice. Darius can be here, so I will be careful.
He is actually.
It's possible that he's either doing Drake or...
Do you see your W, right? You see it light up?
Yeah.
You know he's here.
Can I stay or should I leave?
What do you think?
I think I should leave.
Okay.
Because he's...
I think you're right.
Okay, he's proxying it. That's my bad.
I mean, he's so stupid, man.
Yep.
I mean, okay. You still shouldn't have stayed, but we take it.
Yeah.
We take it. Okay, but what now?
So the wave won't crash. It will be stuck somewhere
Go
here.
push it, go push it. I will explain after. So Darius is still dead. He has no TP, right?
Yeah.
Where's Master E?
He was going to the mid.
We're seeing him on the map right now.
Yeah.
You actually had the time like to crash it nice and safely. And
can I take a plate?
Well, how much do you need for Kraken? You wanted Kraken. Okay, you're very far from it. Yeah. Now the plate is a bit greedy. But it's fine. Okay.
I know it's might be 100 gold loss, but for sustain I will take a refillable. It's a little bit late in the game, but I'm going here. Okay, good. I'm going back to top.
Okay. So why are you like helping here and not going back straight?
Extra gold and experience, plus, well, it's a simple objective. I know it's more efficient for me to get that experience and extra gold from Herald. Also, wave was stuck in a really good position. I will be able to get a plate and fall back. His wave clearance is really good.
Okay, how much do you need for Kraken now?
140, so...
How many
600.
waves is that? Have any idea?
Should be 2 and... Oh, shit. Yeah, he has... Sticking power. Should be 2 waves and a half, no?
Something like
Or
that.
3. Yeah.
But we kind of want to back on the cannon wave, right? Or before
Yeah.
cannon wave comes. So what's the state of the next wave? Is it a cannon wave? Is
It's
it not?
cannon.
Okay, but we don't have the gold yet. We want to back on the next cannon wave.
Yeah.
So now you kind of need to try to find a plan to do it.
Okay. Action is happening in the bottom, so... Ah, crab buckets. Okay, he used his Q. Okay, he's some... Ah, he has item. I will try to push as fast as possible. And maybe take a plating. So I have Kraken, I can back. And wave should meet in the middle. Yeah. Oh my god. Misclicked. Oh well. Enemies doesn't know that, so... Well, he's gaming. Darius missing. Saw him in going to the mid, yeah. Don't know where is Master E. Ah, in the mid. So I will focus tower, taking tower. Not going to be enough.
Okay, what after the turret?
Wave clear, and it's minute 50 till Drake. I think if it's going to be possible, clear here. I will go to the Drake. After this wave, I need a cannon. Z is at the top. I don't see anybody on the map. I take that and I go. I don't want that they would clash on me.
And they were
The map
dead,
is empty.
but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Didn't see the timer. Well, that's the thing that kinda I lack of. They
Okay,
have a lot of speed. Master E, Darius, Kaisa, Zed, so I'll be going on Strider.
So now, so what do you want to play for?
I will push the wave and I will go to Drake.
Okay.
And I need to be quite efficient on that. It's 40 seconds till Drake, so the wave should be here. That's it, I'm going now to the mid. Darius is top. I don't have vision to drop, but yeah. I can take that. Okay. Okay. I don't know if using Flash and Ghost was a good idea, but yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the Drake. I'm fine with it.
I now will go to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Take this. Yeah. Okay.
So you're staying for an item? Is that it?
I want to stay for the item. I want to
Okay.
stay for Iron Spec.
I think you have a
So,
better
yeah.
reason even to stay.
I'm not afraid of her poke. I have ult, so I saw in the mid Z they are taking Herald, so I will let it push to me because okay, Z is here. I can be. Okay. I have gold, but I am greedy a little bit, so I will be going here. Okay. And now I will be backing. I can take Gromp and Wave.
Hmm? How much do you need for Stridebreaker?
220. So the wave should be coming to me, so I can
Okay,
take it.
so you're gonna take this wave, then what?
Going back to for Stridebreaker.
Okay, then what?
Right. I don't know what's happening here, but yeah, I don't like it a little bit, so I will try to back off. Baron is coming, so I would focus going to the top lane. I think it's important to fight for the Baron and try to push top, bottom, mid tower is gone, so Sword. Next item for me is going to be, I don't know, maybe Phantom Dancer. Now I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of like, what do you think you need? Who do you think you'll be hitting in fights? Yeah. Are you gonna hit Darius? Are you gonna hit Master Yi? Are you gonna go for Kaisa? Are you gonna go...
Darius is 2-6 at the moment, and he's alone in the top, so I will try to kinda fight him here. I didn't want to use my ult, I wanted to save it. He didn't do that much of damage, so kinda... I'm focusing on Altava. Okay. Oh,
Happens.
happens. I think Phantom Dancer would be good. It would let me stick to, but Zed is not powerful. He's only 4-8. That's why. So Master Yi is the biggest threat.
Try not to look at the KDAs, just look at the items they have.
Oh,
It's a good reflex to have, you know.
I think sticking on the mastery is really important. Drake is spawning, so I will be going mid to Drake. We have only one Drake.
Okay, so now you're getting Drake. What after? What do you do after Drake?
I will go to the bottom. I will look at the... Yeah, I'm going to the bottom and I will try to push bottom.
Okay.
I cannot save top. It's too far.
So who can match you on bottom? Who can be there?
Kaisa.
Okay.
Darius Master E is in the mid.
So Kaisa,
So
do you
Kaisa
do?
Vigor. Nah, they are all in the... So I'm going to focus tower, taking tower. They are all in the mid.
Hmm?
Yeah, Darius is coming here, so... I will stick here.
Okay.
Splitting them is a good thing. Actually, no, I'm going to...
Are you gonna take this turret by yourself?
No.
So where should you go?
Take jungle camp. That's
Why
a
not?
good thing from Alistair. And go to the bottom.
Okay.
Take this. I soon will have enough gold for... I need only 400, so... Oh, okay. It's a dumb idea.
Do you think it? Okay. So.
It's a dumb idea.
So.
But they are coming all here, so we can actually go... Oh, okay. That worked. Okay, I'm going to the top, taking this and going back for an item.
Okay. What's the next objective on the map?
Dragon and the turrets.
Yeah. So how to help your team to get that Drake?
I need to push out bottom wave. Place vision at least here or here. And keep pressuring them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw Zed. Yeah, yes, he's here.
Yeah. 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
I can take the tower. I still can take the tower.
Mm-hmm.
So he used Ignite. I see only 2 on the map. Okay, I saw Zed coming to me. Alistair is staying here, so... I have no vision on the map, so I'm afraid a little bit to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, he has a way to shut down me.
Do you think it is good this play with Alistar?
Yes. Not anymore. That one was bad. I can sell that one. Take that one. Or should I maybe take Hellbreaker? It would let me live a little bit longer.
Think about what you're gonna do next on the map.
Again, I will split push.
Okay. So maybe Hullbreaker is good then.
Yeah.
That's simple. You just think about what you're gonna do and then you buy items according to it. So where are you splitting?
Top.
Why?
It's a huge wave. We don't have any objectives here. So Kindred should take those, but she's not. That's up to her. I'll take them. There's no one in the mid. Bottom is pushing. Zed is here. Okay, I'm now. It's not possible for me to help them, so I will focus on pushing to inhib. Right. I can take the tower at least. I don't see them in the mid, so I'll take the tower and I will back.
Okay.
And Darius came back. I'll check for the buff. There's no buff. There's no that. Drop it here. And Hellbreaker is... I will not greed for this wave. I can wait till it pushes a little bit further. Right, the last item. I can take Hydra. It would help me a little bit. But I also think about Zhonya's. It might sound stupid, but or Guardian Angel, because in the fight, if they drop on me, I can at least do something a little bit more.
So what's the objective we're playing for now?
Nashor.
Okay. So do you think you should be top?
At the moment, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's... Okay. It's possible to end. Yeah. Oh,
Okay, nice. We have good content to work with. Nice.
awesome.
Okay. Well, you can stop sharing your screen and we start sharing my own. and we're gonna do this. It's gonna be exciting. So up, showing my screen 1. So do you see my mouse moving? Do you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let's go. It was a long game, so do you need to to go to the bathroom to drink some water, do something, or are you good? Okay, let's go. Videos here. Wait, why does it say only 50 minutes? Okay, that's the one. Boom, boom,
it was
boom.
4 versus 5 game. We had lever.
You had a lever, and it was at just at the end. Yeah, I don't know where he started living, but he was here when he was needed though.
Yeah.
It's funny that he got the lever. Wait, when did he leave?
Don't know, but he got lever penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, he was AFK here. Actually, he was AFK pretty. Oh no, he's back. Now he's AFK again. Oh yeah, it was weird. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take the game chronologically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to kind of play by play, moment by moment, and we're gonna cover everything because of that. Up. So first thing first is like the first 2 exercises that I talked about. I felt like the thinking was a bit too shallow. So I will tell you exactly what you need to be doing regarding the thinking. Because here you talked about a few things, but like it was pretty fast as you talk about your matchup, and then you start talking about how Darius is gold 1. Like, why would that matter? What I mean by doing the thinking is you imagine yourself being someone that is not in the game. You imagine yourself being a caster, being a coach, being whatever, someone who's just like spectating that game from an external eye, and you look at all the matchup and the champions and you say whatever feels useful to be said. So I feel like a good way to do it is going simply by matchup. And then after you do matchup by matchup, you look at the 5v5 situation, like how are we going to play it? What are our win conditions? For example, like you say that you have Swain and Alistar CC. That's really good. You can add even Fizz R. So that's all the CC you have. So that's a condition, for example. But then I want to hear about their conditions as well. And then you can look at the scaling. Like what if the game goes like super late? Does one team just win by default? And I think that's a good way of doing it. So for example, how I would be doing it, it's like Tryndamere versus Darius. It's Flash and Ghost versus Flash and Ghost. Tryndamere into Darius. It can snowball really hard. If he gets a big lead, it can get really difficult for me. But if I do get a big lead, it can get really difficult for him. It's kind of like, yeah, it can get snowbally. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
On the matchup? Okay, awesome. So already we know that if the junglers play top, they have a win condition, what we call a win condition. It means what it means. It's a condition to win. Then jungle. Okay, so we have Kindred into Mastery. So we know that Kindred has her marks, so we can look to help her play with marks. Okay, really good. Master Yi. What does Master Yi want to do as a jungler? Do you have any idea?
He's aggressive into the lanes, but also he's really fast in clearing his jungle. So he clears and he goes into the lane. He clears and goes into the lane.
Do you think he has good gank potential? He can gank well?
No.
Master Yi, it's like he wants to power farm. He wants to get all of his camps, all of his CS, and then look to like he's good to dive someone that's low HP because his Q can get him a turret reset. So that's the one thing you should be like a bit careful of. But other than that, he doesn't have hard CC. Like it's not like the biggest ganker. You just see him if you have a ward on him. You just dash out. He cannot even get to you. Okay, Kindred has more gank pressure. Because of her E, because of the slow, because of the fact that it's a range champion. So it's a bit more pressure from Kindred early, but if Kindred doesn't get a lead master, he's gonna scale a lot. Okay, then Fizz into Z. So it's Assassin with Ignite versus Assassin with Ignite. So it's kind of same as top splitter with ghost versus splitter with ghost. It means that if one gets a lead, let's say Fizz gets level 6 first, and he kills Zed, well then like he can snowball on that lead a lot. Ignite versus Ignite. So I would call that volatile. I like to call them volatile. It means that it can go one way or another pretty easily if something makes it happen, you know? So I'd say that mid and top is pretty volatile. So already from that, I kind of already see that Kindred playing top side is never gonna be a bad thing. Because we can just win from top or mid. And then we look at bot and we see Kai'Sa Veigar. So it's not too scary early on because Veigar is not scary early on. But then he scales really hard. And then Swain Alistar, well, it's not really scary early on because these guys are not scary early on, but they scale as well. So this is just scaling anyway. And this can snowball, and this can sort of snowball. Okay. So that can like already help you decide like how you want to play the game as Tryndamere, what you want to call your Kindred to do. If you are playing against a Malphite, maybe you can expect or call your Kindred like not to come because it's not gonna impact the matchup. Even if you get a lead, like you're not gonna kill the Malphite. If you're playing against Nasus, then she needs to come because you don't want to let Nasus gain. If it's a snowballing matchup, well, she coming, and it's her coming that won you the lane at some point, and you called for it, which was really good. But you could have known that from champ select. And that's important. All the information that you're taking here are information that you don't need to take later. And now you gotta see the threats that they have. Well, they actually don't have that many threats because like they only have Veigar CC. It's Veigar E. That's the only CC they have. And then, okay, Darius E maybe. And then it's just damage, you know? So in a team fight, like probably that will have more arguments because of Alistar engage, Swain can follow on the engage and bring someone with his passive. Fizz can just ult on the Alistar ult. And then you have Kindred to kind of like help you with Master Yi not getting a pentakill. Like you have her ult. You have Alistar who can bump people out of Kindred ults. Like I feel like, yeah, you have pretty good synergies. And it's gonna be important to like try to at least do that exercise of imagining how it should be played out, what the matchups are, etc. It's absolutely essential on jungle, but I think it's still really important on any other role, basically. Okay, and then jungle tracking. So now I'm gonna take, so as I said, play by play. So I feel like here, like you're not so we saw them, now we see all of them. So I really like that you go and put that word, but I feel like you're a bit slow on it because here you're just not doing anything, you know, like not achieving anything. We end up getting it in time. I feel like, so you know that Darius kind of wants to come back to lane. I would have maybe like stayed in that bush, so just in case he comes straight from here, you can just, he face checks you and you just auto E out. That's it. Okay, so you start with a little like win, but we don't win level 1 versus Darius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then this ends up happening. So you had the position, etc., but you kind of gave out the position, and you end up like starting here, and he's on the lane before you when he was actually helping bot. So yeah, you could have she's like either in that bush or that bush, but even if you walk up here, like if you're not contesting level 1 the wave, like there's no reason in walking up here. You want to walk up only when what happens. When do you want to walk
when
up?
the wave is when the first 3 minions are low on health.
Yeah, that's it. And then you just go and maybe auto the Darius and E away to get the last hits, and that's pretty much like what you want to do. But you tell me that you don't win against Darius 7-1, but then we're fighting Darius 7-1.
Well, I still walked into him, so I can E out, or I can a little bit trade. He's standing behind my creeps.
I mean, yeah,
it is a little bit of a trade.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. As I said, so it's 3 marks. So I would like, and here I would E away, because if you're not sure if he has an E or a W or a Q, well, if you don't E away, he can W now, or he can Q and get you at the end of your Q, of your E, or he can E and cancel you. So I would like E after the second auto. So yeah, the little rule like against Darius, if he gets more than 3 stacks, you're losing. If he gets less, you're winning. So let's see what. Oh yeah. So here, so now we know that he had E. He used the E. So now we auto that minion, and I don't get why do we use that E here.
Oh, my idea was that not to stay in the location where he can E me.
Okay, so maybe that's where this will come into place. Have you heard about my spreadsheet? It's not even an ad, it's like legit just something that can help you. I made a matchup spreadsheet where I like kind of explain how I think every matchup should be played out as Tryndamere, in the top lane at least, but also I put the cooldowns, because in some matchups the cooldowns are going to be so important. And if you look at Darius E cooldown, it's 24 seconds level 1.
Oh yeah.
It's super long. It's one of the longest you can get. So maybe if you had that in mind, you wouldn't be like scared of getting E'd again. Because here he doesn't have it for a long time. Okay, so now because we used E, now you cannot walk up.
Yeah.
That was dangerous enough. Now you kind of want to like soak up experience, space out the E really good. And now you're concerned about him having either Q or but yeah, so you see he just used E and now you E again when you are like out of distance. So if you're concerned about his Q, wait for him to throw a Q, have the time to react to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't have to E, you already got the minion, you know. But now you cannot walk up, and now you're getting hit. And he could have, I mean, he doesn't have a Q yet, but yeah, he gets that damage. Now you can't really walk up. So it's a bit of like just the way you use the first few E's. I feel like the earlier you are in the game, the more value a spell represents, because you have long ass cooldowns, etc. It's the only resource you have. So here you're actually using the only resource you have for like great distance that you don't need to create, basically. Not the biggest of the deals still, like we're Tryndamere, we're just scaling. And now, from what started, okay, now something that's gonna be important also is, you remember how your Kindred just died here? Yeah. So now, jungle tracking. What does it imply for your jungle tracking? Let's take this moment.
So I need to play a little bit safer because it's easy to gank me right now, and there's no counter gank.
Yeah, so Master is starting bot, right? So it means that he's gonna play for what scuttle?
The top one.
Yes.
But
and Kindred is playing bot, so it means that she's also gonna play for the top scuttle. But we have an issue, is that Kindred has not started to clear yet, when Master is already clearing. So Kindred is gonna be late. So now you should consider that, yeah, you don't have a jungle prio. Your jungle is gonna be late. She's not gonna be there to gank first. Master E can be there to gank first. So we need to be very careful about that, because he's pathing to top side. So for that reason, even for that reason, trade HP is not good, even good trades. Something that I keep saying is that, imagine you're in a situation where you traded this, let's say like 65% of your HP bar for even 85% of his HP bar. Well, it looks really good, but it's only good if, it's only good if you have the number advantage, or like the junglers are not playing to your side. But if his jungler is coming first, well, now it becomes a full HP bar plus this against this, and now it's losing. So it's good to trade HP only if you know that your jungler is gonna come first, or if the junglers are not there at all, or not coming. They're coming, so now we should be very careful with our HP bar and not go for that kind of trades. Here it was one too many autos. You see, you had 3 stacks, now it's 4 stacks, and now it's losing. A little trick here to know. But even, you shouldn't trade HP at all, because here, like, if actually Mastery and Darius agree on diving you, they can actually dive you. Because Mastery can hit first, and then he Qs and drops the aggro, and it can get really scary. Even if they trade kill, it's winning for them. So now, what's happening with the wave? The wave is crashing, right? So what's gonna happen with the next few waves?
My wave will meet under the tower, and afterwards it will slow push.
Okay, so are you happy with the slow push, with the fact that the wave is gonna push to him soon? Are you happy with that situation or not?
It also depends, but at this moment, yeah, I would be happy.
Why?
We are lower level, so my bigger wave gives me a little bit of freedom for maybe poking him, but Master Yi is going to be in the top, so yeah, it should be not that way.
Okay, so you're not happy then
Yeah,
because
I'm
of
not happy.
junglers. So the thing is, so I consider that the wave pushing to my opponent is a bad wave. The reason why, it's because if you leave that wave, if something makes you leave that wave or you want to leave that wave, you can't, because by default you're losing gold and experience.
Yeah.
Darius can. Like, here I wouldn't be happy of it pushing back to Darius, because what can Darius do? He can base here, and during that time he's not losing gold and experience because the wave is pushing back to him, and now he comes back with an item advantage. So yes, you have a little bit of a bigger wave, but now you have an item disadvantage, less HP, and no jungle pressure, no jungle prio. So I wouldn't be happy with that. I would be happy with a slow push if I can get a dive at the end of it. Maybe, or a good bit, but I'm actually never really happy with a slow push, or rarely happy about it, or if we're playing an objective top. So here you kinda already know it's gonna slow push to him. So you don't want to base while it's slow pushing to him. You're gonna lose golden experience.
Yeah.
So your goal is gonna be what?
Crash.
Crash it. Okay. So in order to crash it, that's why we kind of like the slow push. It helps us crash waves, because now we have a bigger wave. But to have a big, your wave needs to be as big as possible, and you have to be able to push the waves as close as possible to your turret.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, what do you need to do starting now?
Freeze it.
You cannot freeze it, like it's already on the turret.
Just attack it already.
It will be attacking as late as possible. You don't want to be dealing damage to those minions. I will show you what happens here. Like, for example, you will want one turret shot, a second turret shot, and then when the third turret shot is thrown, then you auto the minion. Same for the cannon. One turret shot, 2, 3, 4, and the last one you auto. That E was really bad because you damaged 4 minions, and now I will explain why. Because if you did it as slow as possible, first this wave, instead of meeting here, it would have still met under turret. So it means that the next wave, instead of meeting here, it would have met even closer to the turret. The following one even closer, and the following one you have a huge wave, pretty safe to be crashed, and as big as possible. But here the issue is, even if we forget about that play, etc., here the thing is you will have to crash the next wave here, and you will be in a vulnerable position versus Darius, who has more items, etc. So if you want to slow push, you need to slow push as slow as possible to as big of a wave as possible that can help you crash it and give you more time once you crash it to base. And also every wave is going to be a bit safer to push. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So now about this fight. Well, first, Darius came back from the base. I would be wanting to press tab instant to see what items he bought, because he bought items. Is it boots? Is it just HP? Is it AD? It matters. I'll be interested in that.
It heavily matters, yeah.
And then
I started a trade without W.
Yeah, so him, like, the only reason it could be winning for you is him kiting you towards your wave. I don't know why the fuck is he doing that, but if he's fighting you and kiting towards his wave, there's no way you're winning this, and you're just losing HP. But your HP should be used to push the waves and not to trade him. You're not looking to kill the Darius, you're looking to fix your wave here. So even like so once this happens, I don't know why he's running to your wave. Yeah, you W, you both get the slow, but we don't really care about the slow. It's about all the AD that you debuff and you debuff on his passive, etc. And you will be able to maybe win it. But still, I wouldn't like look to flip that, because even if you kinda win it, or even if you kill the guy, you're still like vulnerable to someone like coming to you. I mean, then now Master is dead, but you didn't know that at the start of the fight. So yeah, I would be like using my resources for my plan, which is fixing my wave. And then on the execution, yes, the W should have been used. And it's something, and you see here, same situation.
Again, yeah.
So the wave has crashed. It's gonna slow push. You want to have a slow push as safe as possible, as slow as possible. So you don't want to eat those minions. Absolutely not. Never. And now it makes it so this wave is a bit closer to his turret and this wave a bit closer, etc. Now, Darius didn't respect two things. He didn't respect the fact that he's marked by Kindred, so most likely Kindred is gonna come. But also there's something that you missed here, because by having a wave pushing to the opponent, what we don't like is the fact that we cannot leave. But what we do like is that we have a lot of minions. And also, because we have a lot of minions, it means that he hasn't killed as many minions as you have killed. And something is gonna happen. Yes, sir. And this should be an obsession in top lane or in any lane. The level ups. Because now you know that you can play for level 6, or you should know that you can play for level 6. And you actually dash out when you should dash in here. Because now look at that. You do a play that's actually like some really good players do, like Chovy, Faker, etc. Like they start a fight here, because now the guy is like, okay, it's level 4 versus level 5, knowing that the minions are gonna kill those minions and get you level 6. But here you didn't do it on purpose. But here it was like the best play to do, because now you sack a cannon minion, but you bait him completely and you fight you because it's like it's winning. But see how that he should have been in, because now you get level 6.
Into him, yes.
Yeah, and here he's flashing, Fox the whole play for him. Even if you didn't get 6, like this is so bad for him, because Kindred can just crash the wave and he loses so much. Okay, and now we crash the wave. And it's okay if we cannot get the plating, and we just base, and now it's really good, because now we're back to having sort of a lead or being not too far behind. Okay, Master Yi is top right now, and Darius is top, and they're collapsing on Kindred.
On Kindred, yeah.
And now you have a wave pushing back to you, and you're telling me you want to play for your power spec, you want to get as close as Kraken as possible. And now you tell me that you want to play it safe.
But you do opposite.
So first, I don't know why we're not pressing Q, because so you came out of lane with not full HP, because you know that you have Q to regen.
Yes.
But now we have Q and we're not queuing. For some reason.
I forget that.
Yeah, so it's really important. Really big part of your... That's actually what makes Tryndamere strong. Like, that's... actually what's broken about the champion. And here we're moving this way, without ult, without flash, without ghost, when Master Yi was actually around top side. So what if Master Yi went for scuttle and then top?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, but here he went mid instead. He was actually on scuttle. So maybe mid live, but yeah. Okay, we know it. We see it now. The wave was good for you. That's why I call it a good wave. Because yes, it's bigger for Darius, but Darius is the one that has to be there to fix it. Because if Darius leaves, you can just get a freeze, and then you can freeze forever. Like, he's fucked. He has to fix it. You just have to chill and wait. That's all you have to do. And press Qs to be full HP, which you're not doing. Okay. And yeah, it was very close to being dangerous. Here, I really like that you hold the freeze. I mean, you could do it so a bit better, be a bit healthier by... like walking that bush, in, out, etc. But I mean, it's not what has the most impact. It's just a small thing to keep in mind. And now we don't want to play for this, so I mean, don't have to even like look at what's happening. What do we want to play for? What's important now?
Just experience and gold.
Yeah, try to thin the wave a bit to make sure it's not too easy to crash. And now he comes and crashes it. It's fine. Well, that was an overstep, you know it. Your play was just to get this gold and XP under turret, and then your play would be to... once you get all of these...
slowly take out the creeps and wait for my waves.
Yeah, and try to fix your wave, because now the wave was good. Now it's not good anymore, because If you leave it now, you lose gold here and experience, and if you leave it after, you just lose it because of the slow push. So now what you want to do, or what you want to be doing, is the same. And top lane, it's only that. I mean, I actually had a game recently on stream where I ended the game at 16 minutes with 11 CS per minute and a 2k gold lead. And we won the game because my team was hard winning, and I only had 600 damage to my opponent. I only had like 600 champion damage. Why? Because I was playing into Aatrox with Phase Rush and Ghost. So there's no way I can go for an all-in. And we're just bouncing waves. That's how top lane is played. And I just bounced waves better than him, and twice he left the lane on a bad situation. So I got once a freeze and another time a crash in the platings. And that was it to get like 1.5k gold lead that I snowballed with the next Herald and to 2k gold lead. And that's top lane. Sometimes like it's boring, you know, but
it's
I mean,
the game.
It's the game. It's not gonna get boring for you because they're gonna make the mistake. Your opponents. If you just play the waves correctly, you're gonna see by default at some point they're gonna try to fix a freeze that they cannot. They will fix a wave that's bad for you. So you actually have two ways of fixing that wave. You always have two ways of fixing a wave. It's either crashing it to the turret, so now it's pushing back to you, or option 2, what would it be?
Proxy?
You cannot proxy before you've cleared the waves. I mean, you could, but
Clear
then
the
you're
wave,
stacking away. The other one, it's so we are crashing because we want the wave to push back to us. So what if we can make the wave push back to us instantly? And there's a way to do that. It's fighting Darius or baiting him into fighting you in this wave. So maybe he throws a Q, then it hits the minion, and then you just go away, and then it's pushing back to you, and you're fine. So those are your two options, basically. So here, I don't know if you were saying he might be here, but do you see your W lighting up?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't notice that one.
Oh, okay.
But in my mind, I was thinking that he might be in that bush.
Okay. So it's really good because you actually know that he's in that bush if you like pay attention to this, which is a really important part of Tryndamere also. And you're gonna have to stay here because he's waiting for you to use an E in the wave, possibly, to go in and E you. And now you can just make him wait forever because he's being stupid. Like Maylo probably that people will know that I know because I am a W, you know. But he doesn't. But then if you're concerned about him being here, like this is not where you want to be on the map. There's a little trick that, I will do a video on it because it's so useful for top laners. You can actually ward the bush from here, and that's what I will be doing personally. So
most of the time I tried from that crack, but I always fail. That's why I didn't do that.
I think the reason you might fail is because you don't have actually the camera lock. You have the camera semi-lock, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's locked, but it's not centered on your champion. And the way people explain it, so you put yourself here and then you put it on the crack here. Well, I think it only works if the camera is locked on your champion.
In the center.
In the center, does it make sense? I think it might be the reason why you miss it. But yeah, this is a very important word because here you would be like so safe.
Yeah.
Also, vision doesn't like. I mean, okay, we could argue that it can help us for the gank, but my point is that the objective is top and your jungler is playing bot, so even if you get info on that herald, like they're still gonna get it. And the biggest part was the W, because here I knew for a fact that Darius was here, where you were like kinda guessing that he was here. And probably that if you know he's here, you're not gonna face check that push, right? Probably, hopefully. Now we have this, and now we get in like something that happens 3 times this game is that in League, sometimes you do bad decisions, but you're rewarded for them. Sometimes you do good decisions, but you are punished for them. And the issue is no one is here to tell you that was a good or a bad decision.
Yeah, that was a bad decision, and I do understand it.
Oh yeah, because like even if a Master was really low, now Master with this new W, like he can get a lot of HP back really fast. So I'm not even concerned even about the 1v1 Darius, even if you should be concerned about the 1v1 Darius. I'm concerned about like Master E coming back, you know? And then if you tell me, I think it's bad to stay, well then a general mistake is like not listening to yourself, and I think you should listen to yourself, because you had the right decision. So this happens because whatever reason, but yeah, it's not good for you. It's not a good play by you. So here, you see how I tell you to go and crash that wave. So what am I seeing that you're not seeing?
That the wave won't crash, that it's going to meet because of opposite wave is coming in what position it stands.
Okay, and what else?
My creeps are really low on HP.
Okay, and what else?
Uh,
The most important part that makes me tell you, go man, crash it.
Q? I don't know.
Darius
Darius
is dead. He
Yeah.
has no TP, and that's Z, and that's Z,
Yeah.
Kai'Sa, Master Yi,
Everything
Veigar.
in the bot.
Everyone is seen or dead. So you have time, and also like I don't even think like you need to push it to have the wave in a good spot, because this is not enough for him to like have a freeze or anything. It's actually gonna make his wave hold a bit and make it push to you. But it's just because you told me that your plan was to go for a Kraken, you know? So I'm like, well, if we have a plan, we should play for it. And if you want to Kraken, you need as much gold as possible. So here you actually like had the time to go. And if you actually went straight up and crashed and then reset instant, there, like here you actually stay for the plating, etc. You still had a decent wave when you came back, decent one, not the best because it actually crashes a bit under your turret. But you would have the wave would have actually like frozen the next one. And then Darius cannot really move for Herald, and maybe you can play for Herald or anything. Like, I'm not saying that I was saying that in a minute and Kindred will be back top for Herald, etc. I'm just saying that you had the time to crash it and put your wave in a like really good position and get more gold if you need them, and then Darius wouldn't have the time to crash the following one before you come back. Because you know you were safe, because he was dead, and also because you're low HP, you actually push the wave faster. Because the lower you are in HP, the more AD you have as Tryndamere. Okay, so now for me, I wouldn't like to stay too long on that fight because my wave is like here. I would look at my wave. The wave is not the best actually. It's actually slow pushing back to him. So I kind of know that, okay, maybe I want to impact this because it gets us Herald, but then I want to go top as fast as possible. And let's see the experience that you get from this Herald. So you got this XP, and I think you just get more by going top straight, because here you lost the 3 melees, the 3 casters before, and also you're a bit late to push. So now by the time you push, look at what Darius misses. Nothing. Now he's here for the whole wave. So if you are concerned about Mastery coming, I would agree for Herald, but if it's about like gold and XP, I would agree that you stay only if you had the wave in a good wave that's working for you. But here the wave was not working for you. Okay, so I think I discussed everything that does what I said like make sense so far?
Yes,
nothing too crazy. Okay.
No.
So now you see how I do it personally. So for example, if you want to play for an item, I would be like, okay, we try to consider how many waves is that, and then we know that we want to back on cannon waves, so we know on what wave we want to base, and it's actually not on that one, it will be on the following one. And the following one, you can actually play for it by doing what? It's a bit advanced, but it works. Because you don't want to back right now, most likely.
So hold proxy it.
That could be a way. And that way, like, if Darius tries to prevent you from proxying, well, he's losing all of this under his turret. And if he tries, and if he doesn't, well, you just get the proxy. I mean, it's not the best angle here, but just saying like what I'm thinking about regarding having the best base, the best timers, the best waves, and this way, like, they are always in a bad situation, because here Darius can just come, crash the wave in a second, and then you are the one losing the whole wave. Even if you get, so you got your power spike, but you lost the whole wave because we didn't back on the cannon wave, basically. Now there's something that's also really important, because it's gonna follow you on every champion, every game, every single time. Here you want to you say it. You want to crash this wave to push this wave as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have done it faster?
Good question. Yes.
Thank you. How?
What would I need to do? I need to take the wave. Don't hold it here? No. I have no answer for that.
Okay. Your E deals AoE damage. You want to damage as many CS as possible with
everyone.
it. That's one reason. Now, I'm going to tell you something that's going to be really important because it works like it's something about League of Legends, not even about Tryndamere.
Yeah.
The fastest way to push a wave when you have your own wave coming like that. So you have a wave that's crashing on these minions. Now I'm going to tell you the fastest way to push a wave is to kill the casters first and then the melees. Reason
Because casters do more damage to creeps?
3 reasons. Reason 1, they do more damage. So of course, by crashing, you want your wave to be as big as possible because you're crashing for time. So if your wave is more healthy, you have more time. So that's one thing. The other reason is they're squishier.
Easier to
Casters
kill.
have less HP. So now you have the minions that have more damage that are also the easiest to kill. Okay, so that's 2 good reasons. Then there's a third reason. Look at your own wave. Look at your casters. Now your casters are moving and they're hitting the melees. And now this melee is dead and this melee is dead. Now what are your casters doing? They're running.
Moving up.
Yeah. And now and then they're moving and now they're hitting again. So by killing the melees first, you take DPS from your minions who have to go from one minion to another. So it's 3 reasons. You maximize your minions DPS, you minimize your enemy team DPS, and you just like, maximize the how fast you can push overall by doing this. So yeah, that works on any champion, any moment, anytime. It's just like it's not true anymore when you don't have your own minions, then you have Tiamat or you're just instant the wave. You can just put the melees low and then dash through the wave and kill the casters, of course. Okay, so now we lost that wave and now we have to crash also a cannon wave, which takes a bit of time. The Darius going mid, so now we can just push. We are free and now we're getting into mid to late game.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be the second big subject. I mean, it's always the same like 2 big subjects with me. I mean, not with me, with League of Legends, you know, like early on you want to play according to your waves and then mid to late game you want to play according to the objectives. And that's it. So let's see. At any given time, you can start at 14 minutes, but it works at like 10, 12, etc. You should ask yourself a series of questions. What is the next objective on the map? Question 1. What is it?
Oh, that was Dragon, I believe.
Okay. Drake is spawning in a minute. Okay, yeah. Nice. How do you help your team the best to take that Drake? What's the best thing you can do to help your team get that Drake?
A position of waves and vision.
Okay.
With the correct position of the waves and showing a little bit showing yourself on the map, you put pressure on the lane that you're pushing. So enemy has to answer that, or they lose gold experience. And other thing is your own position, because it's Dragon. You can think about pushing out the top and then rotating to mid or bot.
Okay, really nice. So for that Drake in a minute, what do you think will be your best way for that Drake in particular to help your team?
I just pushed out the top. I was backing for the item, but yeah, the Z pushed out one how to say it, the creep wave.
Yeah.
So my best position would be wait for it comes to me, clean it, and then go to the dragon maybe.
Okay. So yeah, it's really good. So one thing you can do, like you want to basically you want to create a pressure point. You want to create pressure, for example, here. And then of course, like if you can just dive the guy, kill him, bring someone else, like if you can bring 2 people, it's awesome. If you can bring 1 and pin him and then out rotate, it's really good. But you don't have to do it too early. Because here, for example, it's spawning in a minute. So I think you're in the right position on the map to keep pushing, to keep Z here, or to keep someone answering, and then you rotate by the time Drake is spawning. But here the issue is what you're doing is like you're top, you're bringing Z, But now you're basing, and Zed has the time to actually push that next wave, make your
And
team
take-
lose golden experience, and still go to the Drake for a 5v5. So you was just you were on the right spot until you weren't. And now we go top, and now it's too late. Because by the time you're pushing, you cannot rotate. So if they decide to actually if they decided, let's say they decided to go as 5 on Drake.
To the Drake.
Well, now they see you. Well, they're gonna most likely they're still gonna stay here and create a 5v4, or they're gonna force a fight or something. And if they match you now, and someone matches you, it's a bit too early. But I mean, this is okay. This is fine. This is what we want to happen. What I'm saying is that it happened, but Darius could have been going bot instantly, and now your team is in a bit of a tough position for a bit of time. But still, that Drake, you still did it decent. Because what we did here was really good. We pinned the Darius, now we pushed the mid, so now we have top and mid prio. So you went a bit crazy. Yeah, you absolutely, you don't have to use actually anything here, neither ghost or flash, because you created the number advantage. That's why. Because now you're here and it's a number advantage, and your Swain is stomping, and this guy is out, and Darius is still on top side. And now Darius is mid because you pushed out mid as well. This is really good. This is how we want to play for an objective. So I'm really happy with that objective. Now we're gonna talk about the next objectives, because now what's the next objective on the map?
I think it's not Nashor.
It's Herald spawning right now.
Herald, yeah.
So what do you want to do for Herald?
The same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're going bot, we're applying pressure, and here you're thinking about basing even for your item, etc. But I don't think basing is good here. Because now this is all the pressure we're talking about. Now you have a pressure point here. So you need to apply pressure point here, because if you base now, yes, Kai'Sa was here, but she can go straight to Herald if they have no more pressure, you know? So this is when you want to stay. Even if you have gold, even if you had the gold for 2 items, I think you should still stay on the map here. Okay, and now we got the Herald. Now you can base. Now it doesn't make anything to actually push that wave or anything. You could have based now and look to go back where after your next base. Where do you want to be? What's the next objective? What's the next objective?
The Nashor, but the dragon also coming. So the
Nashor is in how long?
3 minutes, 4 minutes. Drake, or is it 3 minutes?
It's 5. Yeah, it's 3:52.
Yeah, it's 3:52 and 1:22 on Nashor. So Nashor.
Okay, so if Nashor is the next objective, where do you want to be?
Top.
Why? Why on Drake did we want to be top, and then on Herald we wanted to be bot, and then magically for some reason on Nash we want to be top again?
Yeah, it depends, but I should be on the bottom. If my team answers the top lane, then that's good. But yeah, I should be on the bottom lane.
And they will, if you're going bot, they will by default. No one is gonna go bot with you. No one wants to call split with the Tryndamere. You're gonna push them to mid and top, and that's where they want to be. And if they're not, you can ping them hard, etc., and give them the information. But you don't want to be top, because now you can get matched. And if you create pressure top, if you're top and you're pushing that T2 top, well, now they can both defend on you and the Nash. And also, let's say they don't defend and you get top inhib. Well, it doesn't do shit, because top inhib is the worst inhib to take in the game. Do you understand why?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
it's going to be, if I take top inhib, it just takes big creeps and gives free gold, more experience to them. It's not good.
Yes, because they want to def Nash, so they want to be on top side. But bot inhib is the best one to take in the game, because that way, if you manage to take, or to pressure to take it, well, now you can go top. And now someone has to answer to that pressure point bot, and now you create a 5v4 situation on the map. Now that's good. But here, I don't think you should be even looking for, I mean, unless you're looking for your item, but even, because it puts you a bit out of tempo. I mean, now we have the gold for the item because we got the kill, etc. And now I'm fine with you going top. But not for the Herald. I'm writing it. Going top for Baron is IMO not the right play. Top to pin for Drake is. That's why you're going top now, because yes, Nash is up, but there's going to be a Drake that we want to play for.
Yeah.
Now I'm fine with you going top. I'm okay with it, to do the exact same play that you did on Darius for the first Drake a bit before. But here you're actually going top and you're telling me it's about Nash. It's not about Nash. If it's about Nash, you go bot. That's simple. And not even to stay there. To stay, to go, pin someone, out-rotate. That's it. That's simple. So here what I would be doing is I would be putting my ward on Nash to make sure that they're not trying to trade Nash for Drake when Drake is going to spawn, for example. And then I just go top, and then I don't like that you go a bit crazy, because look at what happened on the map. See Master Yi here. So now we see Master Yi, and now you go fight on Darius. Master Yi could be there before your team comes.
Yeah.
This was actually pretty risky. Ends up working, but could be pretty risky. And also it doesn't achieve anything.
Sure.
Because again, like here, imagine if that was bot. Now look at that. Look at what Fizz is doing. Fizz is just bringing. So imagine, we're gonna imagine you ult. Imagine you ult. So you ult, we kill the guys. And now look at what Fizz is doing. Kaisa and Zed is bot. Are bot.
Yeah.
And you would have ulted and killed the guys. So it would be 4 of you top side. 3 of them dead, two of them bot. What happens?
They can pressure bot and take the Drake.
No, we get Nash. We get Nash.
Yeah, that's true also. Yeah.
That's why Fizz split is good. And you being like, Fizz should be top here because he's a better team fighter than Tryndamere, and you should be bot here. It should be the opposite. Unless we're playing for Drake, but we are playing for Nash. That's what you are saying. So yeah, that was really good by Fizz. And Fizz went bot because that was the only wave left, because you went top already.
Yeah.
So you kind of pushed him on the wrong lane. It still worked. If we ulted here, we would kill them, and then it would be free Nash, because again, 3 of them dead now, and 2 of them were bot. Even if Fizz dies, it's free Nash. Okay. Well, now there's a Drake spawning, and now we don't have the time to pressure top by the time Drake spawns. So now the good play would be pushing mid. I really like this. Mid prio, awesome. Into looking to play for that Drake. Okay, what's gonna be after Drake? What's gonna be the objective after the Drake that we want to play for?
Again, pushing bot.
Yeah, it's gonna be Nash, so we want to be pushing bot. Really good. Now we're pushing bot. We're bringing 2 people bot. That's it. We're doing our job. We're just gonna stay here. Now it's to take it to the next level. So here, for example, you brought Darius.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything for a bit of time, right? Your wave is not there yet. So now you can actually look to move, but it has to be instant. Because you cannot... Now your play is kind of to go between bot and mid. And bot and mid. So if there is a play to take mid, you take it. Because here you have nothing to do for a bit of time. And Darius is pinned. For some reason he's staying here. So you can have the lead on him. You walk faster than him. You have an E. That's why Tryndamere is also a good splitter and doesn't need TP, because he moves like so fast on the map. And that's pretty much it. Like, you look at the situation, but here you're kind of staying, but nothing can happen from that.
Yeah.
And now you're moving when your team is when your wave is actually gonna come. So here you should be actually already there and considering to move back bot if there is no play to take mid, basically. But now, again,
and also
we're applying pressure.
Increasing more pressure.
Yes, exactly. And now we're here, and can we, like, do we actually get something from that push? Nope. So we should be very careful, because here, like, the best you can take is nothing, and the worst that can happen is you die. You can even bait Alistar into dying, and they can look for a Nash. Fizz is in base. Your fed element Swain is dead, and Kindred is like twerking around here. So yeah. There's nothing to be done here. What we want to do is you can go and empty the jungle camp, but then you need to go back to bot. You can depush that way if you want. But here, something that I really don't like is that you tell me, just like you told me on the dive, it's bad to stay, and then you stayed. Here you're telling me it's a bad call, and you're not. Yeah, and you're not telling them, you're not pinging them off, and you're even still going there.
Yeah.
So yes, you end up getting it, but it doesn't mean it's a good play. It's a terrible play.
It's a bad.
And you know it.
Yes.
So we go for it. That's it. That's my only question. So if your team are monkeys, of course they are. Like it's solo queue. Like I'm not even gonna say it's silver. Like bro, like you watch my master games, full of monkeys. But I'm the monkey as well sometimes. Just like some things that there's things that I don't know even. And also, if they're doing monkey plays and I follow them, now I'm a monkey. And now we're 5 monkeys. And good luck winning with 5 monkeys, you know, consistently at least. Also, a little thing, like, yeah, on your Q usage, I feel like yeah, you need to be constantly full HP with the champion.
Yeah.
Like here, for example, you're gonna kill those minions, so you're gonna get Fury back. Q. So you can Q now. And I mean, it happens multiple times. All right, 17 minutes. I'm just gonna show it real quick. We're not gonna spend time on it. Just before you moved on that Drake. Yeah, right here. Up. Yeah. So you see here it's the same. Plus you need this time you need your Fury for the fight. So because you're clearing that wave, you can get actually full HP and full Fury. But here you Q at the end, so now you're full HP but no Fury.
But no Fury.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an important thing. Okay. So we got that Nash and now we can push. I think it's good to push bot because there's one extra turret to take rather than top. We see them all, we can count them. Like for me, that's how I do it. I just do it like 1, 2, 3. So it can be 2 of them. Okay. 2 of them, I mean, they cannot just, okay, 4. And now it's only Veigar. So now I know I can push. And now I'd be considering, who can match me? Veigar. Can I just kill the Veigar? I think you can just kill the guy here.
You could.
Yeah, Flash.
Plus
Ghost,
I have Flash.
Stridebreaker. Like 4 levels up. So yeah, I would be like thinking, who can match me? Can they actually really match me? And even here after the this has faded, like you just dash in on him, Stridebreaker, he's dead basically. It's fine. And now we want to play for next Drake. So I personally don't think that this it's too late.
Yeah,
it's fine to be there because at that point you're hard winning the fights. So if you look at that guy, 4 items and a half. 3 items here, 3 items here, 2 items in the Zonias, and here 2 items, 3, 2.5, 2, 2. Like you're shitting on them at that point. You're so ahead as a team. So it's fine to just go as 5 and already like you're already there because you had to stay for the bot turret. So it's fine to be there. Now we would need to go crazy when the Drake is actually here. I don't think this is a good play because. Actually, I actually ask you, but by the time it's channeling, do you think it's a good play? Wait, why do I think at that point that it's not a good play?
Because they can collapse on me, everyone. They are all alive.
Yes, they're gonna play for this. So before playing for this, they want to put vision. So most likely they're all walking this way. Your Giga Fed element is not far, but he's not there yet. And Fizz is in base and Kindred is in base. So you're potentially fighting a 2v5 here. So I wouldn't go for it. And here you tell me, I think it's good. And here you tell me, I think it's bad instant after. When you see, I think, Master Yi. And then you're like, oh, I think it's not that good. But you still dash in.
I still go.
So, I mean, listen to yourself, man. You're having the right ideas. Maybe not on the macro, but at least for... I mean, not on... I mean, it's better just to listen to it. Like, you're going to learn way more by listening to yourself and doing your test and learn than just... following whatever is happening, you know, because here you're letting your team decide for you like what's a good or a bad play. So they're learning, you're not. Okay. In my opinion. But yeah, like you should listen to yourself, bro. Like even I'd rather have you commit to a bad play and then kind of observe, okay, why did it not work? Was it because it was a bad play or was it because we missed that big this CDs is whatever, etc. But it's way better to commit to something and learn from it. And now Nash is up in 2:30 and Drake is up in 5 minutes. So now we know it. So I'm not gonna blame you for doing it in game because now you had the coaching and now you know. Look at that. By doing this, so you took all Kindred's camp and all and the top wave, etc. So look at what I write. You're forcing Swain bot and Kindred also by taking the camps. Now Kindred doesn't want to be top.
Yeah, because she doesn't have why.
Yeah, she doesn't have things, and now no one wants to be top actually because you're pushing top. You're pressuring a top inhib potentially that, as we said, doesn't do anything. And look at it's Kindred being bought 50 seconds before the Nash. Her role right now is to get control over the Nash, to get vision. Same for the support. And now you're going back top, so you're sending again. You're not even sending anyone. It's just like you're just sacking bots.
Yeah.
So again, at this point, you just win, kind of like win the fights. So it could be okay to say, okay, well, because we just hard win the fight, I'm just going there. But it has to be the thinking. And even if you hard win the fights, my opinion is I don't want you, like when I'm telling you to go side, it's not just to go side and stay there and try there, you know? It's kind of like just what we saw on the Darius. Go on the side, bring someone, out-rotate, because it's way easier to win a 5v4 than a 5v5, even if you're ahead. Why force yourself into a 5v5 when you can get yourself a 5v4, basically?
Well, Zed was in the bottom, but that doesn't help. That's true what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
Yes. I mean, he was in the bottom because that was more of a tilt push than rage split than anything else. And here, I'm pretty, like, W again, W usage. Not Wing, not Wing,
yeah.
not Wing, not Wing, and we end up not using it at all.
Yeah.
For some reason. So I'm not sure about the spells, like what would be like the best advice to give you so you can actually like use the spells. I mean, the E, I have no problem with the E. W, keep in mind that the AD debuff is really important. And then I don't know what happened for that W in particular. And then also something important is that, and that would be my last idea, is that you are wondering what should you buy, and then I'm telling you, okay, what are you gonna do? And then you're telling me I'm gonna split. So I'm telling you, well, good. If you know that you're gonna split, you just buy Hullbreaker, and then you buy Hullbreaker, and then you play on the side of the objective and team fight with Hullbreaker.
Yeah, well, it ended to that, yes.
So the thing is, you need to understand the difference between side laning and split pushing. It's not the same thing. Side laning is going on a side lane, any side lane. Split pushing is splitting the push from the objective. That's why we call it split pushing. You're split it from the action. And that's why Hullbreaker is good, because Hullbreaker works if you're split it from your team. But to be split it from your team, you need to be playing far from the objective. So if the objective is spawning in 10 seconds stop, you need to be playing bot. Because here, the whole item that you bought, you didn't use it. You didn't use Hullbreaker on that whole last fight. So any other item that was a team fight item would have been better than Hullbreaker here.
I think Bork even.
Yeah, Bork, really good. Why not? I would have went for Armor Pen myself. Maybe more reminder for the healing on the Darius Q, but also because at that point in the game everyone has armor, like naturally, like even you on Tryndamere, you have so much armor. So Armor Pen is actually, you see, you have 130 for some reason. What the fuck? Why do you have that much armor, by the way? It's just like, they put so much armor in the game, so % Armor Pen is better than lethality at that point, or it's just what does the most damage. But yeah, if you want a team fight, it's fine. I'm fine with you team fighting being like, if you told me during the game, my team is hard winning, we just win any 5v5, we can engage with them because we have Alistar and Swain and Fizz ult, even if he was AFK here. So I'm gonna team fight, so I'm gonna build a team fight item. I would be happy about it. But you tell me that you wanna split push, you buy a split push item, and then you play on the side of the objective. That's why I'm calling it, you know. Okay, and that will be it for my review on that game.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So did that bring any question on that game in particular or in the game in general?
Actually, at the moment, no. I need to digest everything, so, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of information that I gave you.
Yeah, that is a lot of information.
Yeah, I will upload it to YouTube, so it's gonna take like just a few days, but I will upload it to YouTube so you can go back at it and just take concept by concept, you know. Of course, you're not going to be able to focus on all of those during your next game, you know. But just if you take a few ones and a few tools from the big toolbox that I gave you, for sure you're going to see like big results in the future. I'm convinced about that.
Awesome.
Okay, well, if you don't have any questions, also just know that you unlocked the the messages to Chaddouk token, so you can ask me anything, of course, on Twitch, on YouTube, but also just on Discord. If you want to ask me about a play, a build, a situation, feel free to do it. I will try to answer to the best of my capacity.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, and then I have just 2 questions for you to kind of conclude the coaching. The first one is because I'm trying to make you guys better players, of course, with my coaching, but I'm trying to make myself a better coach. So if you can think from the top of the dome of the things that I've been doing right during the session, so I just can keep doing those, but also if I've been doing anything wrong or could be improved, please let me know as well so I can work on that.
The most positive thing is that you don't how to say it you don't talk too much, so
I don't try
don't
to
get
pilot you, probably.
I'm not distracted from what's happening in the game. That helps, but at some points when I was feeling a little bit uncertain, what should I do? I wanted a little bit of more interaction from you too. For example, about the last item, I was really hesitant because my knowledge is not that good. So you kind of was thinking about getting a little bit of feedback on, because you're deciding on that. So because I think deciding every time on some sort of what I want to do in the game is really important, because time is most important thing. So yeah.
Agreed. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. What I was trying to do is like, make like ask you the question that you should ask yourself in the future to build your last item. You know, which is like, who am I gonna hit or what am I gonna hit? But I get it. That yeah. Plus the fact that you are just getting back at Trynda, etc. Like you're not gonna. A bit more guidance would have helped for sure. Okay. I get that for sure. Okay, and then the very last thing is I'm trying to like kind of make a little benchmark on the market, trying to understand like how should I price my coachings, because of course I'm not going to do it for free forever. So what do you think would be a fair price for that kind of session? Do you have any idea of what
60
would be a fair
euros.
price? 60? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's. So yeah, I'm taking the numbers. Then I would do the average of it and see how it looks like. Awesome. Well, then the very last thing, Sin, is of course like I have a secret agenda with all of this. I'm trying to promote myself, make myself a bit more known, especially into the Tryndamere community, since it's all I'm doing all day basically. So I will just drop to you like but I think I saw you on Twitch though. You probably followed already.
Actually, I think no, because I don't watch Twitch that much.
Okay.
So, but I can do that. That's.
I mean, I'm actually fine with you not following if you're not gonna use it. I like to have good ratio, you know. I don't want like if you tell me plus 1,000 followers but no one watches, or plus 5 followers but 3 of them will watch. I'd rather have 5 followers and 3 watching. So it's fine. But yeah, I dropped to you like the link through with the like the YouTube, like the socials, etc. And if you think you can get value from that, or at least like the YouTube or something, well, feel free to follow. It would be much appreciated. But of course, you being coachable and you being nice was more than enough. It was enjoyable, like to get someone back on Tryndamere. I love seeing people play Tryndamere. I'm so happy. So yeah, and hopefully this will help.
Yeah, it will. It's one of my favorite champions. I do like the possibilities that you have with it. So yeah,
let's go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Well, have a great one. Take care of yourself and see you soon, maybe.
Yep.
Take care. Bye bye.